I have failed over and over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed, said Michael Jordan. Good day, everyone. My name is Delphinie Ailbhe Ng, and today we're going to delve into a topic that every single one of us has faced at some point in our lives, which is failure. Failure isn't just a possibility, it is an inevitable part of our journey. More importantly, failure isn't the end, it is a crucial stepping stone towards growth, learning, and eventual success. In the next few minutes, we will explore what failure really means, why is it beneficial, and how can we transform our relationship with failure into something more positive and productive. Failure is often seen as the opposite of success, a setback or a defeat. This is the nature of failure. However, it is actually much more than that. Failure is simply an outcome that didn't go as planned. How about we view it that way? It is a part of the trial and error process that leads to discovery and improvement. Many of us fear failure because society often stigmatizes it. We are taught to strive for perfection and we fall short. When we fall short, it can feel like the end of the world, but is it really? Let's shift our perspective. Rather than viewing failure as something to be avoided, let's embrace failure. Let's see it as a necessary part of life that can lead to incredible growth and new opportunities. Failure is one of our best teachers, you know. Each failure provides valuable lessons. Thomas Edison, who failed thousands of times before inventing light bulb, famously said, "I have not failed. I have just found 10,000 ways to that didn't work or won't work. Every time we fail, we get back up. We build resilience. This inner strength helps us face future challenges with greater courage and determination." Many groundbreaking innovations stem from failure. When we push boundaries and take risks, we often fail. But this failure paved the way for breakthroughs. Think of how post-it notes or penicillin were discovered by accident. Here are the examples of historical figures or character figures that represent failure is just a part of life, a journey that you go through in your life. So, for example, Spider Man during the death of Uncle Ben. In this part, the failure of Peter Parker is to stop the thief directly leads to the death of his beloved Uncle Ben. And from this impact, this pivotal moment instills in Peter that the lesson that with great power comes great responsibility. It becomes the moral foundation of Spider Man's character and his motivation to use his power for good. As for historical figures, take Abraham Lincoln, for example. He faced numerous failures in business and politics before becoming one of the most revered presidents of the United States. His persistence in the face of adversity made him a great leader. So let's change our mindset. Why? Because changing our mindset is key. We must stop seeing failure as the end and start seeing it as a beginning, a fresh opportunity to learn and grow. In another way, we can also try resilience technique. Building resilience involves cultivating a supportive network, practicing self-compassion, and maintaining a focus on long-term goals rather than short-term setbacks. So, how do we embrace failure? First, we must reflect. We must understand what went wrong and why. Next, we will have to learn, identify the lessons from the experience, and learn from it. And finally, we have to adapt, make necessary changes, and try again with a new approach. It is not the end, In conclusion, failure isn't a dead end, it's actually a detour. It's an essential part of our journey, leading us towards greater understanding, resilience, and ultimately success. So let's embrace failure, not as something to fear, but as a teacher, a guide, a necessary companion on our path to success. As J.K. Rowling once said, a famous Harry Potter novel writer, it is impossible to live without failing at something, unless you live so cautiously that you might as well not have lived at all, in which case you failed by default. That's all for me. Thank you very much.